let's dive in. Today, we are opening up a really unique text called the Cannabis Bible, Chronicles of the Sacred Smoke. What's fascinating is how it treats its subject with this incredible sense of reverence. So come on, let's open these scrolls together and see what mysteries are hiding inside. You see, right from the jump, the tone is totally different. This isn't just some dry analysis. It feels more like an invitation, a call to go on a journey. It's welcoming everyone, whether you're new to this or you've been around for a while. So let's take that first step, right back to the beginning. So the first thing this text really digs into is the word itself, cannabis. The whole idea here is that if you really want to understand the plant, you first have to understand its name, what it calls a reverberation of antiquity. And the age of this thing is just mind-blowing. We're talking about going back almost 3,000 years to the ancient Assyrians. In their language, they had a word for this plant, Qunubu. And this wasn't just some random label. It's the very first whisper, the linguistic root of the name we all use today. But what did Qunubu actually mean to them? Well, it literally translated to a way to produce smoke. The source paints this amazing picture of smoke being used in ancient ziggurats as like a bridge between the physical world and the divine. So for them, it was way more than just a plant. It was a spiritual tool. And that shows you its cultural importance was baked right into the name from day one. And that word did not stay in one place. Nope. Qunubu traveled. By around 500 BCE, the Scythians had turned it into Kannabis. Then, just 100 years later, the ancient Greeks adopted Kannabis, which you have to admit is incredibly close to what we say. The name itself has been this constant companion throughout human history, traveling across huge empires and different cultures. Okay, so we've tracked the name through history, but what actually makes up that sacred smoke the Assyrians were so interested in? Well, this next section gets into the very essence of the plant, what the book beautifully calls its aromatic hymns. We are talking about terpenes. Now, scientifically, sure, they're just the aromatic compounds that give plants their smell. But in the language of this text, oh, they are so much more. They're called the incense of the earth, actual hymns that the plant sings, which define not just its aroma, but its sacred effects or blessings. The source really focuses on two of these hymns. First up is Myrcene, which it calls the merciful. It's got that earthy smell, kind of like mangoes or hops, and it's said to give you a body blessing. Then, on the other hand, you have Limonene, or the luminous. This one has a bright citrus scent, and its purpose is to lift your spirit with a cerebral ascension. So the idea is that every unique scent offers a totally different kind of blessing. And all of this leads to a really important concept, the divine entourage effect. See, this isn't about any one compound doing all the work. It's about synergy. The idea is that all the different parts of the plant, the cannabinoids, the terpenes, they all work together, kind of like a celestial choir, to create one complete, harmonious experience. Each part just makes the others better. Okay, so after all this exploration of mystical history and aromatic hymns, the source kind of shifts gears. The tone changes. It moves from enlightenment to some really grounded, practical wisdom, with a section that's basically a sacred agreement, a serious word of caution for anyone on this path. And here are its 3 commandments. Number 1, heed the local edicts, a very clear way of saying, respect and obey the laws where you live. Second, consult an earthly healer, a physician, for any health problems, because these scrolls are not medical advice. And finally, maybe the most important one, listen to your own body temple. The text says to start with a small offering and be patient. It's a whole philosophy built on respect and personal responsibility. And just like that, our journey through these chronicles is coming to an end. We followed a single word all the way back 3,000 years to an ancient Assyrian fire, and we've explored the complex, synergistic choir of aromas that define the plant's essence today. So this text leaves us not with a simple answer, but with a big question. If this one plant has such a deep, incredible history, what other secrets are just waiting out there in the ancient botanical world for us to rediscover? It's a pretty powerful thought to leave with. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.
What was I?